Right, very quick video for 45 gunshots, which is a uh, very cool YouTube name there. All right, this is, Les Pauls. I think everybody should have one. I've got two that don't really even qualify, but this is a studio at 2010, one of the faded Les Paul studios. Here's the Duesenberg. I can't see. I can't see anything. Getting old, man. Here's the Duesenberg for the studio. All right, and it's got the roller. It's got the roller bridge that I got from eBay. I think that was like $11, something like that, from China. And the reason I have this studio, I think, like I said, I think every guitar player should have a couple of Les Pauls. Not necessarily even Gibson, but you should have a couple. But this studio came with the original Probucker 2 and 3 setup, which they even put in some of the customs. And really, it's all about the pickups, right? And if the neck feels right to you, and I like the neck on this. But I got the roller bridge and the Duesenberg. I didn't get the locking tuners. And I just ordered a brass nut for the Epiphone Les Paul that I'll show you in a second. But really, the only tuning problems I have is with this Gibson nut. And rather than mess with that, I thought about getting a brass one for this. And if I like the brass nut that I get for the Epiphone that I just ordered off of eBay, then and that kind of helps. Then I'm really not going to bother with the tuners because I like those tuners. And but with these Duesenbergs, let me see if I can move this down a little bit. Sorry about the epileptic fit there. But these Duesenbergs, I mean, they do all right, right? For action like that, you know what I mean? And it stays in tune all right until you start getting nuts with it. And already I can hear it catch. Still, that's pretty good. But, good. And I like it like this because it floats, it goes up and down, and when the band does, we do Comfortably Numb. And I can just do that real quick and pull off the slide in the very beginning. They're okay. For the price, it's not bad. It's not too ugly. It is adjustable. It's got a little adjustment right here with a hex wrench, and you can make it stiffer or you can make it looser. And all in all, for what did I spend on this? It's so long ago I can't even remember what they cost. But look them up on eBay. I think they're like $150, something like that. And you can pick up used ones because some guys buy them and think they can dive bomb with them. And if you're really nuts with it, this little spring right here will pop out. And I mean, if you really get nuts with it and think you're going to do some Floyd Rose business, then that little spring will pop out. I mean, all in all, it's pretty good. This Duesenberg is the lesser of the two that I bought. It's okay. I don't like the way it leans, and you can kind of move the spring a little bit. But I do have it with real loose action, so I can pull it up a half step, okay? So that's the Gibson. Now the Epiphone, I'm not a professional video maker, so sorry about that. This is an Epiphone Les Paul 100-year anniversary, 2015. And just look at that, isn't that something? And I mean, it's really true to form to what a Les Paul body really looks like. And it's the full 2-inch body. It's bound everywhere, 3-piece mahogany, but hey, still. It's got an interesting neck, it's kind of a D. It's like kind of thin right here, but the shoulders, it's just a weird carve. But it's a great guitar, I really like it. And for this one I had to pay like $10 more because it's got gold. And I didn't tune these guitars up, I just pulled them out of the case. But this one was a little more expensive because it's gold, and I've got the roller nut. And you have to look out, and they sell both. They've got a 12 radius and a 14. The other one was a 12 radius, the nut. I mean the bridge, roller bridge. This is a 14 because it's a 14 neck. This is the one that I have. This is just the old plastic or tusk, crappy Chinese nut. I've got a brass one coming in for this, and I didn't change the tuners on this either because I think they're gorgeous. And Grovers, and I can't. And besides, just perusing the internet, I can't find them that fancy. And for locking tuners, I can't find anything to replace it that really resembles these. And fancy is the name of the game with this. This is a great Les Paul. This has the ProBuckers in it, and again, it's one of those things where when I need just a little lift, I can get that. This is just through my solid state front man, a little 25 watt thing. You can get away with that. It's not too bad. But they're pretty good, all things considered. And for what you paid, the neck, the arm has an adjustable kind of two-way thing, grabs it on both sides, so you can get the bar kind of where you like it. This doesn't unscrew; it's attached. It's all one piece. But this comes right out of the thing. So that's a Duesenberg, and it does a trick. You want a whammy bar for a Les Paul? There you go. I recommend it, but then I've got the Schecters and stuff like that. That BC Rich Villain, that red one right behind me, for when I want to get crazy. But this does the trick, and my playing, demands whammy bar because my vibrato sucks. And I spent most of my years playing acoustics and didn't start actually playing for a band and having to do lead guitar work and stuff like that until much later on in my playing. And I never developed a good vibrato. I got lazy fingers and they won't do it. It's just uncomfortable for me. So I had to have a whammy bar. And it's pretty good. And this one's a little tighter. The spring doesn't move. It doesn't make any noise. So I'm really happy with the way this one turned out. So there you go, Duesenberg. And if Mr. McKnight happens to see this, way ahead of you, dude, but thank you, man. I love your videos, and you're awesome. And for 45 gunshots, right on, man.